Hello everyone. So today we are going to start our classes from the famous rivers which we have left in our previous class. And let me give a recap that in our previous class we have just learned about the importance of oceans, seas, lakes. Okay. And today we are going to start from the some famous rivers. Okay. So let's start. So the Ganga. Ganga rises from the Gangotri Glacier in the Himalayas. It flows through India and Bangladesh before emptying into the Bay of Bengal. Okay, means what? The Ganga just rises or starts from the Gangotri Glacier, which is situated in Himalayas, and it flow through India and Bangladesh, and thereafter it just empty its water into the Bay of Bengal. Thereafter, Mackenzie River. It is the longest river in Canada. It originates in the Rocky Mountain and drains into the Arctic Ocean in the north. Means River Mackenzie is what? It is the longest river in Canada and it originates from the what? Rocky Mountains. Thereafter, it will just flow out its water in the Arctic Ocean in the north. Okay, so Mackenzie is the longest river in Canada. Thereafter, St. Lawrence. So this is a North American river which is originates from Lake region, Great Lake region of USA and Canada, and it just flow out its water into the Atlantic Ocean in eastern Canada. Okay, so thereafter we will go for the importance of river, as there are many importance of river in our life. So that's why it is considered as a lifeline of human civilization, because they are an important source of fresh water which is essential for many human activities such as drinking, cooking and agriculture. Means we are mostly depend on river for the source of fresh water. I mean for getting fresh water, because we need some support in our activities like for drinking, cooking and agriculturing. We need some what? We need some fresh water. Then dam built over river help generate hydroelectric power. Okay, so mostly in the river we can get what? There has been many dams can build over the river which help to generate electricity by using hydroelectric power system. Okay, then historically, I mean in our ancient times, okay, rivers have played an important role in the transport of people and goods and were vital for trade. Many rivers continue to be used as commercial waterways. So here we can see that in our ancient time, the rivers has been mainly used as a means of communication to transport people and goods from one place to another place, and it play an important role and vital role for trading from outside. Okay, a lot of tourist and recreational activities are centered around river. Means a lot of things like if we will just see a beautiful view just beside a river, then we will just set up a resort or hotel or sometime some type of park or something, so that what we can earn some money. So it will also used for the lot of tourist and recreational activities around rivers. Thereafter we will go for the pollution of water bodies. So as in nowadays, water bodies get polluted as a result of human activity, because in the increasing of human activity, okay, the our water bodies get polluted, and some common cause are dumping of harmful substances like human waste, chemical and other toxic materials. Okay, like we used to dump many harmful substances like our human waste or some chemicals which is just come from the factory, and other toxic elements like the chemistries, I mean not chemistry, for the industrial wastage which has been dumping into the river. So it will just what? It will just let our water bodies get polluted. Okay, then commercial activities in ocean and river that causes oil spills. In our news we have many times heard that the leakage of oil can causes many fish to die and all. So this is the commercial activity in the ocean and river through which there has been a small leakage and the whole oil will spills into the ocean, the river or whatever, and it will affect the marine life. Okay, and the life which is under water bodies. Then activities related to festivals such as immersion of idols which are often made of harmful substances into the water bodies. Means whenever there has been a festival like Ganesh Ji or Ma Durga, the idol of Ma Durga and Ganesh Ji, we used to immerse in a river, okay, or in a water bodies. And we didn't know that it has been made with some harmful substances which will affect the water bodies and just let the water bodies polluted. Okay, so this is the things we have to maintain. Thereafter the next point is littering, means especially non biodegradable material like plastic. Okay, so most of the time we used to throw plastic into the water, which is a very bad habit. Okay, we should not throw plastic in the water bodies because it is a non biodegradable material and it will affect the water bodies and make it polluted. Then the point is pollution of water bodies harm the flora and fauna that live in them and also affect the environment contaminated water causes. Okay, so the pollution of the water bodies not only harm the flora and fauna. Flora and fauna means the living creatures or the plant life which has been living inside the water bodies is called flora and fauna, and it will affected by the pollution. And contaminated water causes harmful disease in human beings and livestock. Means if we use to drink or use that contaminated water, we can get some diseases. When water becomes contaminated, it becomes unsuitable for use, thus leading to a shortage of fresh water. And as we all know that the water has been contaminated day by day, okay, and then it will becomes unsuitable for us to use. Then what? Then it will just increase a shortage of fresh water among us. Then what are the methods to control water pollution? So let's start for the methods of controlling water pollution. So all waste like human, agriculture, industrial should be treated or remove toxic substance before being discharged into water bodies. Means we should first treat or just process the waste so that the toxic substance will be removed from the waste and thereafter we can discharge it into the water bodies. Then we should increase the public awareness about the harmful effect of water pollution, so it could the pollution should be decreased and the awareness should be increased. Okay, awareness means just telling the other people that we should not throw the garbage into the water as it can pollute our water, and water is very important thing for us. So these are the methods to control water pollution. Okay, so the chapter is been finished, and now I'll just give you the question answer in the next class. Okay, so thank you.